Hello Slaughterhouse, this is Samedi coming back with one more tutorial on how to make conversions in Audacity for playing an HLDJ on our servers. What I'm going to be covering today is how to censor out N-bombs, in other words you want, in order to avoid a ban hammer, which I think is in the best interest of everybody who wants to keep playing. What you can see here on the screen is that I've already done all the conversion stuff that I covered in my first video for your basic conversion needs. This thing could go out right as it is now and be ready for HLDJ. But since there's some N-bombs in here, we want to go ahead and try and catch those and clean them up. What I'm going to be showing you in this video is how to garble the sounds. So first thing we want to do is go ahead and hit play. Now what I'm going to do is when I hear an N-bomb get dropped, I'm going to hit pause. And you'll see why in a moment. Here we go.
Cash money records taking over for the 99 and the 2000.
Oh, there it was right there. All right. So now the reason I paused is because you can see where our play track counter was at. And that's going to be right around where that N-bomb was. So what we're going to do here is we're actually going to highlight in that region. Because I've already done the splitting, what you're going to want to do is actually go down after you've highlighted, so you get it on both tracks. What I will tend to do actually in this case, I'm going to hit stop now that I have my selection, is I will zoom in a good bit to get good precision on my selection, because this is going to be way more than I need. This looks like it's probably 5 whole seconds. So let's go ahead and zoom in. I'm going to use Control 1 because that's my preference. Control 1 and Control 3 will zoom in and out. You can use any other method you prefer, but I'm going to do some shortcuts. So we're going to zoom in and in and in. Alright, that looks like we have a pretty big chunk of music there. It's going to be way more than we need, I think, but let's give it a listen. Alright, I don't know if you noticed it, but it looked like the N-bomb was somewhere between 17 and 18. So now that we're zoomed in nice and tight, I'm going to bring my selection down with this little finger pointer to encompass just that second. And that's going to be a lot more than we need. I think we're going to narrow it down a bit more too, but let's see what this sounds like. Alright, so it's right at the end. It's in the second half of the second. So we'll narrow it down a bit more. Let's give it one more listen. Alright, that's not too bad. I'm catching a little bit on each end. What I'm going to try and do to limit that is I'm going to zoom in again and again. So I'm thinking based on the shape of these tracks that I probably actually want it to be cut right on this first bump and probably here at the most. And that's probably going to be more than I want to, but we'll see with another quick test. That actually works for me. I think I get a little bit on either side, but I'm okay with it. So here's the meat and potatoes of what we're going to do. You're going to go right back up into that effect menu, which is where you change the volume and the high pass filter, if you'll recall, right up here. And the first setting we want to select is reverse. You see how it flipped the track there? Let's give that a listen. Alright, you can hear some of that word. It's suggested now. The problem is, why you want to go further, is that an admin hearing that in the server, their brain could fill in a context with the information provided, and they might believe they heard an N-bomb get dropped. So we want to distort it even more so there can be no confusion. So you can go right back up here to Effect, which is probably our most commonly used button on the toolbar. This time we're going to go down to Wah-Wah. You can mess with your settings however you like. I think I already have mine input here. Let's see, 1.2, 125, 25, 2.5, and 15. Yes, that is the settings I will generally use. And messing with them can have different effects. Just to give you an overview, LFO frequency will range from, I think, 0.1 to 4. LFO start phase, it's a degree, so it will do 0 to 360. Depth is percentage, so it's 1 to 100. I might do 0. I don't recall off the top of my head. Resonance is a little bit of an oddball. It'll do 0.0 through 10.0. I'm going to have them set on mine already, so we're good there. And now you could hit OK and have it apply it, and then test it, and then Control Z or undo, edit undo to undo it, or you can do a preview, kind of a nice little feature of this prompt. All right, did you hear that? Because it's just kind of quiet. It's a little almost inaudible. The point being, though, you're not going to think that's an N-bomb. Now let's check this out. We're going to do a little bit of extra time on either side, see what it sounds like. We'll play a full 2 seconds here. Nobody's going to think that's an N-bomb. They might know it's an N-bomb, but they're not going to think you played an N-bomb. So what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to continue converting this song to play in the server. Probably, the second I get in later today, because that's how I roll. But I hope this has been helpful for all of you. Once you've done this through the course of your song, you can go ahead and export it just as we showed you last time, and you're all ready to go. This is Samedi signing off from Audacity for the Brotherhood of Slaughter. Happy gaming!